I just wanted success, and I just wanted success now. But what that desire to succeed right now actually is doing is having an adverse effect on your success. Meaning, when you so desperately need success right now, you end up getting stuck in the shoulds rather than being open to the possibilities. You're trying to force your way into success rather than be open to and allowing of success. Now, when I say open to and allowing of success, please know I do not mean that you just go sit on your couch all day and you're open to the universe bringing you the things while you take literally no action. I mean that your brain is open to new ideas, to new possibilities, and to being divinely guided or intuitively inspired to new actions that you maybe hadn't thought of previously. You don't have to believe in a higher power in order for this to be true either, because haven't you ever had a moment of just that idea, that perfect idea seemingly coming out of nowhere? That's what I mean when I say being open. So this forcing our success keeps us stuck in a fixed mindset where we're not willing to actually see the possibilities and see our potential to expand. There's also the whole piece of sometimes we don't feel like we are worthy of money or success. There's a reason that yesterday I said to ditch the high ticket packages for now. And it's because when you haven't made any or much money in your business, it's sometimes hard to wrap your mind around selling at higher price points. So for example, if you're trying to price something at a high price point, but the number terrifies you to say it, then you probably won't be able to say it on a sales call, or you'll want to hide the price on your website and you won't want people to actually visit your website. You have to be confident in the number that you are saying if you want to start selling now with ease and no sleaze. So for whatever you decide to actually start selling now, make sure it's at a price point that your mind can justify and your mouth can confidently say. There's another reason why yesterday's homework was to create an offer that was both fun and easy for you to deliver and sell. And that's because when you are an early entrepreneur, you don't often know what you actually want to be selling and what will actually feel good to deliver, actually feel fun and easy to deliver. You also don't always have your processes totally down pat. And so you really need to be able to experiment in order to figure out what the best solution is going to be to meet your customers' needs. So yes, you heard me right. You are allowed to experiment. In fact, you totally should experiment because you don't know what does and doesn't work for you until you have tried something. So this is where a minimum viable product comes in. And what that really is, think about maybe you eventually want to do one-on-one coaching, but you're not too sure how that's going to go, or, you're not ready to say a high ticket price point. So you create a short course and you sell that first, and you use that to kind of validate your process and figure out what do my customers actually need here. So of course, again, I would love for you to be able to start selling $5,000 earrings or $12,000 6-month coaching packages, but your mindset first has to get up to speed, which is precisely why we are talking about how to begin developing a sales-ready mindset. Now, mindset work is something that you will literally be doing for the rest of your life. This mindset work, especially mindset work around having a sales-ready mindset, is absolutely crucial to your business success. When something happens or doesn't happen in our lives, for example, no one purchased something that you were selling, we naturally create a thought about that experience. So for example, if no one buys what you were trying to sell, then you might think, I'm not good at marketing and business, or I hate sales, or I wish it was all easier. When we create a thought about it, we start to feel a certain way about what happened or didn't happen. If your thought was, I must not be good at this marketing and business stuff, then you'll probably start feeling how? Are you going to start feeling good or not good? Probably not so good, right? You might start to feel defeated, angry, or exasperated. When you start feeling a certain way, you usually take an action out of that feeling. So if you were feeling angry, defeated, and exasperated, do you think you're going to take a productive action or an unproductive one? Are you going to take a self-sabotaging action or a self-supportive action? You'll probably take a self-sabotaging action, right? Because when you're feeling defeated, angry, and exasperated because you think you're not good at marketing and business because no one purchased your stuff, then you're honestly going to end up probably wanting to hide even more. You're going to want to stop marketing your business, and you're probably going to stop creating content for your social media, which then creates a new reality, right? Where now you're not marketing your business, which means that people who want and need what you sell can't find you, which means that you aren't making sales. And now you're back to square one of people are not buying from you. So here's the interesting thing in all of this. That new reality that you end up creating at the end of this cycle almost always affirms the first thing that you thought. So your thought was, I'm not good at this stuff. Hey, new reality, proving to you, you're not good at this stuff. But imagine what would happen if we went the other way with that first thought. What if the same situation happened in the beginning? No one bought your stuff. But then instead of choosing to think, I'm not good at marketing or I'm not good at business, you caught yourself and you decided, you know what? I'm going to choose to see this as a learning experience and an opportunity to make sure that my audience does buy what I sell next. So if that's your thought, if you're seeing no one purchasing your stuff as an opportunity, how do you think you're going to feel? You're probably going to feel excited and determined and maybe even relieved, right? Because there was probably something, if we're being honest, about whatever it was that you were selling that you didn't actually want to be selling. And now you have an opportunity to make something else that you are genuinely excited about. So if you feel excited, determined, and relieved, are you going to take a self-sabotaging action or a self-supportive action? You're going to do a supportive action, right? So maybe you decide to reach out to a few people in your audience who were interested but didn't buy. Or maybe you decide to hire a coach and really streamline and speed up your process to success. And then what new reality are you going to create from this self-supportive action? You're going to now, you're feeling excited, you're feeling determined, you're feeling relieved, you're taking a self-supporting action. So this new reality is probably going to be one where the next time you launch something, people actually are going to buy. And you're going to be blown away by how easy it feels. And look at this. Your new reality is affirming that original thought of this being an opportunity to actually sell something you really want to sell. Now, I don't mean to oversimplify this, right? But it really actually can be this simple. You can examine the thoughts that you are thinking about whatever reality that you find yourself in. And then you can quite literally change that reality change the next reality that you're in by choosing to take a new thought pattern instead of going that negative thought pattern that you are so used to taking. So in a fixed mindset, you usually just think, well, that's just the way things are. Or you start to think success is possible for everyone but me. And in a growth mindset, you're open to expanding what you currently perceive as being possible for you. In a fixed mindset, you are so focused on the end goal, like I was when I met with that coach last year, that you miss the beauty of the journey. And if you want to really expand your visibility, your impact, and your income while building a sustainable business, then you have to start by expanding your mindset and expanding what you believe to be possible for yourself. And once you've started doing that, and again, remember, it's a lifelong process, you're going to very quickly start seeing results in every area of your life, including your business. When you have a sales-ready mindset, you believe that you are selling something valuable that people want to buy. You believe that the right people will buy when the time is right for them. You believe, and this is the most important one, that your success is inevitable. So you are committed to investing your time, your money, your energy into that success because you know it's coming. You believe that you are uniquely equipped to be selling whatever it is that you're selling, which means that you believe that success can be and feel easy. And really, above all, when you have a sales-ready mindset, you believe that you are worthy of the success that you crave, that you are worthy of being your authentic self, and that you are worthy of having those things that you desire. When we are trying to sell our stuff, we are very frequently going to get rejections, if not crickets. We're going to get no's, or people just aren't going to talk to us. They're going to be like, you're going to put something out and you're going to put a post up or put an email newsletter out and no one's going to respond. No one's going to comment. And that is sometimes can be disappointing, can be frustrating, can make us feel like, oh, what's happening here? Why is no one reaching out? Why did no one like this? Why did no one respond, etc. But I want to just, if you've had that experience, which I'm going to bet every single person watching this has had that experience. I know I've had that experience. And that's that a very common conversion rate is 2 to 5% of your audience. 2 to 5%. That means that 95 to 98% of your responses that you're going to get will be no's in the form of either an outright no or just not even engaging with what you're doing. So in order to have a sales-ready mindset, you have to be able to approach these no's with optimism. So here are the 3 key optimistic beliefs you will have toward rejection when you have a truly sales-ready mindset. And they are that rejection is temporary rather than permanent, specific rather than universal, and external rather than personal. Okay, so what does it mean that rejection is temporary? It really just means that just because someone doesn't buy right now or doesn't buy today doesn't mean that other people won't buy. You have got to keep selling because the right people will buy. A no today is not a no forever, and you can't let one no get in the way of all of the yeses that are still to come. The second optimistic belief is that rejection is specific. It's about the one person who said no, who didn't want to buy. And it's not something like, oh, the universe is just withholding my success, or the world is purposefully making my life hard on me, or I guess I just don't deserve success. Any of those beliefs, that's not an optimistic belief. When we start to believe that we will never find success, or that success has to be hard, which is a really very, very common belief and something we don't think about very frequently. But when we start believing one of those things, we start creating these blanket statements about life. And that's when we definitely aren't going to be able to actually sell our stuff. So remember here that a no today isn't dooming you to a lifetime of no's. And you have to keep showing up and believing that your success is inevitable. The final optimistic belief about rejection that you have to hold if you really want to have a sales-ready mindset is that rejection is external rather than personal. What that means is that rejection isn't about you. It's about whatever you're selling simply not being something that that individual person thinks they need in that moment. A no today is not an assassination on your character. It actually has nothing to do with you and your innate value as a human being. So what that really means is don't take the no's or the yeses personally, because they are not about you. Now, this is an exercise that my coach taught me called the 7-layer dip. So I want you to, and you'll be able to do this after this as well, but start thinking about it now. Start by naming something that you want. So for example, I want to feel comfortable selling, or I want to believe that what I'm selling is actually valuable. Then put this into this sentence. If I insert what you want, then I fill in the blank of what you need to do. Then, so here's the example. If I want to feel comfortable selling, then I need to have something I'm excited to sell. You'll repeat this process a total of 5 to 7 times, replacing the first half of that sentence with the previous second half. So let me walk you through how this goes. Step 1, if I want to feel comfortable selling, then I need to have something I'm excited to sell. Number 2, if I want to have something I'm excited to sell, then I need to feel confident in the value of what I'm selling. Number 3, if I want to feel confident in the value of what I'm selling, then I need to have a process to get my people a valuable transformation. 4, if I want a process to get my people a valuable transformation, then I need to believe I can actually get them that transformation. And 5, if I want to believe I can actually get them that transformation, then I need to believe that I have unique value to bring to the world. So you want to keep going the 5 to 7 times here until you find the root. And often this feels like when you hit the root and you're like, oh, it just feels like you've hit on something real. It's almost like something is slapped across you the face, or it makes you pause and say, yep, that's it. And sometimes in this process, our brains like to play a little game with us, trying to put the blame on external things or people or situations. And we don't realize that we need to actually look internal. And we need to look at, are there actually things inside of me that are preventing me from doing the things that I want? So I would challenge you here. If you find yourself going in a circle of all of the external things that you need to do, go ahead and pause and ask, wait a second. Is there something internal I'm missing here? Something I need to believe in order to be able to do these things? Then take that last half of that sentence, that last sentence, and pair it with the first half of the first sentence. So back to our example. If I want to feel comfortable selling, then I need to believe I have unique value to bring to the world. And you'll really want to take the last half of that sentence and make it into a mantra. I have unique value to bring to the world. And you'll want to write this down somewhere conspicuous and repeat it to yourself whenever you're feeling unsure and unstable within your business. I do want to be very clear here, though. I do not believe that mantras or any singular way of healing are all we need to do or all we need to have, whatever that is, in order to become the person we want to become in our life. Instead, I see this mantra as a good starting place on your journey to having a sales-ready mindset.